This is London with MarketHedge. Let's talk about Bitcoin trades. These are the trades I've brought you guys immediately, guys. Once I enter the trades, I brought them to you. 215K in the money. Congrats if you participated. Remember, that was the breakout of the underlying trade. Bam, to the upside. Bitcoin pushing 122K now. In terms of the additional trades I brought you, we got another one in the money, 38K in the money. That was in this specific low, right? In this low of this Bitcoin bull flag in this intermediate area. That's on the 4-hourly chart. You guys have that. Now, the additional one, which I brought, which is kind of the coolest trade, and yes, I burned through, 2 accounts on this. So out of all fairness, I burned through 2 accounts, and we've had some good action. This $60,000 trade is a nice one. What? Because it was $1,000 invested down in the bottom zone here. So this was the intermediate bull flag trade. This one was that macro bull flag on the 4-hourly, the very bottom there. We caught it with $1,000 at 222 leverage, 5 trades. You guys know that, with a couple $100 in each trade. Let's take a look real quickly at this. And I just want to show you this. It's the power of leverage. Guys, crypto times are good. We agree? Yes. So are you trading leverage? Don't be afraid of it. Look at this, 222x, 222 margin. Couple $100 and a couple hundred leverage. $1,000 is in the money, 60 grand. Is it dangerous? You better believe it. Now, one additional trade, which I didn't bring to you, but I mentioned that I was going in essentially long with 2 accounts, right, was this specific trade at the bottom of the bull flag as well. So I ran this tandem, the 40K trade, with this specific trade after 25K vanished in an account. But this one's up 52K right here. So bringing these up, not to brag, I'm bringing them up to show you guys these are good times in the market. 50K, adding in and out this and that, everything. What are we at, guys? We're probably 100, 300, 350, 350 minus, we're looking at 250, 275, 280, 300, and we're in that zone. I can do the exact accounting. I'm sure you guys, if you have an incentive to do it, go ahead and rewind all the tapes and the trades I brought to you, and I want to hear from you guys what the total P&L is, or what we're hiding or we're not hiding. I'm sure you guys would have a lot of fun with that. Some people would. I wouldn't. Let's talk about the technicals. Bitcoin powering up. We got it. You got it. What's the preceding high? The all-time high is at 123K. Is this a good time? 2, listen up. Is this a good time? 2, take profits. You better believe it if. Listen, if you can do what? If you can trade this breakout over and under, people hate when I tell them this. If you can trade the breakout at 123, 256 with a good amount of liquidity, this is an excellent time to take full profit. Now, the issue is, of course, what I'm bringing up. How are your trades structured? Right? How many accounts do you have? There is a simplification to what I'm going through here, okay, in terms of all the accounts and all the specific trades. There's a simplification procedure we can go through, and we'll do that later this year once we get you guys in the back in terms of trading, once we get you in the back in terms of the specific chat rooms, VIP rooms, and we onboard you guys. Hopefully, some of you guys are going to want to trade with MarketHedge. I really, really, really think it's going to be one of those deals where if you get it and you see it, you're not going to be able to leave it alone. And if you can leave it alone, well, if it's not for you, that's okay. That's okay. That's going to distinguish the people who it's not for in and of themselves. That's it. But high leverage, guys, with cross exposure, with multiple trade dynamics in terms of hedging, meaning asymmetric, meaning when everyone wants to go short. Truth. You guys remember this. This was great. Why? Because when everyone wanted to go short, let's see if we can pull up a triangulation here. I just remember everyone was screaming, we're running for the hills, everyone going short. What did we do? We picked up great trades. Same thing below. You guys know this. When everybody is screaming, actually this was a bull flag breakout, right? So we were tentatively scheduled below, still below. I'd say a conservative measure here, ready to power in below. It was a great measure here on this specific trade. This was the additional pour down feature here where everybody was running for the hills. You guys know on that macro 4-hourly, it was just, it was time. Everyone was going home, literally, and that was just another. So Bitcoin's done this 2 times. We agree? Okay, that was an additional. I tell you guys, I love descending triangles. Why? Because the bears want to chew them up. You can't shut a bear up about a descending triangle. Whereas this was around that 98K. And what did we do? Well, I brought you guys a video, told you I was scheduling in where? Underneath. Right on. About that 23.6 to the 38.2. Boom. What did we do also? Same thing, 23.6 to that 38.2. If you guys will recall on the actual breakout, Okay, which was up and above. What did we do? I hit the 20, was it that 23.6, 38.2 in terms of the actual natural Fibonacci's here? That's where I scheduled in the specific trade. So on all of these, you'll notice I'm catching lower, right? The issue is now that we're in good profits, and you guys hopefully have been riding along, is that we're higher, right? We're at a natural level of resistance. The number one question is, I want to ask two questions to you, please. And it's been 5 minutes. I appreciate you spending a little time with me. This is London, former hedge fund owner, private, non-SEC, not financial advice. Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you guys, if you can. First of all, you're going to need to assess here. Well, let's say the very first rule of thumb is, yes, you can take full profits if you're competent to trade over and under 123.242. And now the issue is, how much would you need to trade over and under, meaning I'm long over, I'm short under this 223.242, right? We've got the technical levels in play. We've got, you guys know, in terms of between RSI, we've got it. Between the standard deviation on the daily, we get it. We understand, right? We're overbought and we're at that threshold of the standard deviation on the upside of the daily. Everybody here agrees. If you've been listening, or if you haven't, last couple of videos, go back and rewind. I'm not going to put these on and dig all into the technicals yet again. I want to get to the bare bones here. So to the extent that you're competent, okay, and that's your exchange. Well, I trade on BTCC, guys. That your exchange allows you to enter the entirety of your liquidity over the 123 or under, meaning I've got longs over or shorts under. You're golden. Take your profit, relax, enjoy it, take all the chips off the table, and trade. Now, you may say, yeah, London, I'd love to do that, but my schedule is tough. Yeah, I've got to take care of the wife and kids. You know, we just come back from vacation. We got a few parties we're going to, this and that. Well, then maybe you can't trade the 123 over and under, and these lower positions are hugely important to you. Or maybe you got a side gig, or this is your side gig. I don't know, guys, but you understand the issue is we're at a preceding pivot at that 122. We're retesting the all-time high of Bitcoin. So is it a good time to take? Sure, if you can trade competently at 123 over and under, which is the standard deviation. You guys got it on that daily, which is also what? Which is the overbought on the 4-hourly, etc. So that is the challenge to you. Do we have a higher target? You guys have heard me not wanting to shut up about the 135. It is still my target, and it is the area where I will ring the cash register. Now, I'm bringing that up just because let's talk about the realistic notion here. Bitcoin has done very well, so it makes someone like me who's been buying the dip look like a genius. I make it look easy, right? Okay, fine. You can spend 25 to 50K on different accounts, whatnot, and then look at these. They're just rolling in. Well, if we're going in an uptrend. If we're going in an uptrend, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to buy the dip. What has Bitcoin been doing? It's been going in an uptrend. So, I mean, I'm no genius, guys. This is bare bones stuff, and that's why I've been bringing you guys really solidly these trades after I've placed them in. And everyone, I'm going to say every one of these trades, which is the good thing, is buying the dip. So congratulations to any VIP. Shout out to Luke. What's up, my man? J-Mac, thanks for shouting out in the comments as well. No Torque is around as well. And we'll be live streaming soon. I'm waiting for one more feature to start live streaming with you guys, and you guys are going to love the feature that's incoming. I'll explain it to you in 1 second. So we do know prior pivot, great take area if you can trade over and under, right? Does your schedule, does your skill set accommodate that? What is the other issue that we would look at right now in terms of taking over and under? It would be, do we have an upside target, right? Is Bitcoin still trying to prove to itself or prove to us that it's going to be worth trading? And I mean that, guys. Is it going to throw us 2 or 3 bull flags and not even perform? If you look at this, let's take away this descending. A lot of people looking at those descending triangles and already frustrated with the technicals. But the fact that this perfect bull flag and this perfect bull flag, if they're going to not reach their target, blame it on Bitcoin. What is the only complication with that? The only complication with that is the following. You're going to say, okay, just blame it on Bitcoin. But you're talking about $250,000. Okay, just what you have on the screen, you may have 10 times that in terms of your returns, and I understand that, and that's no problem. If you got 2.5 million or 10 million, and you're saying, yeah, it's not just $250,000, great. It's the same principle. What's going to be discussed right now is, okay, yes, could you trade over and under? Will your exchange handle the liquidity, right? And the issue, and I'm going to throw in, do you have an upside target? Those are all considerations. This is the kicker here, guys. This is just the kicker, and let's just hope 2025 is going to rock and roll with Bitcoin, and we're going to do nothing but power up to the target. If, however, and you guys know this, it's just that intuitive sense, and the people with bigger cash in pockets know this, is it's not just about the risk on the screen. If we started, I'm just going to tell you, if we start to do this, and this is so highly relevant, I don't mind if you don't have time to listen to it, because anybody with big positions right now fully understands what I'm saying. If and to the extent we do something like this, now, this may be a beautiful ascending triangle. True? Yeah. And it may be a way to get us up to or past our 135 target. You agree? Absolutely. Why? Because we could have a bigger target. Now, this is the fly in the ointment. This is the last consideration I'll bring up to you. If we were to do something like this, what does this cost you? Now, let's go ahead and run this from the low to the high. Let's go ahead and look at a higher target, which we could pull up. This is going to be at 145. Now, just these trades, guys, just these trades are going to be hugely in the money. You'd be hugely in the money. What's going to be the issue here? What's going to be the issue? How much time is it going to take us to do something like this? So, yeah, we can cruise down, formulate a perfect inverse head and shoulder with a complementary ascending triangle. What's the rub? Man, how long is it going to take for Bitcoin to do this? Again, this is where when you're with heavy money, you got to look at it and say, you know what? Yeah, that is the key consideration. If it's going to take up your whole quarter, if it's going to take up a half a year, you're going to start looking at these positions, and it's like, well, I'm just going to start locking these down because Bitcoin's just not moving fast enough. Now, Bitcoin has been moving quite well and quite fast enough. We do agree, right? Recently, what didn't move well or fast enough? This 8-month-long bull flag. Oh my gosh, in between that 45,000, you guys got it right, and 70,000, 75K, 8 months in a bull flag. Thank you, but no thank you. Period. Thank you, but no thank you. So Bitcoin to me right now is on the threshold of either showing up in a way that I can look at and say, yeah, I can trade this. We can trade this, right? But if we start to, let's just say, cave down, formulate a different, even a bullish measure, it just makes your decision to take completely different, right? You start to come in with other considerations, and I'll just tell you, frankly, it's going to mean you probably need some side accounts and some long-term carry positions that you just start kicking in some longs with Bitcoin going up, and you don't have to really worry about the takes until when you really start counting up your money. Sometimes that is really the best sign that maybe you should take the profits when you can't believe how much cash you have in your account. Right? It's generally can be something like, well, maybe it's a good time to take. So if you're just kicking in long term, et cetera, from this grind from 15K on up, hey, okay. You know you're not day trading 8 months long on building up long positions, and it really categorized as day trading, right? So that's where we're at right now. It's more of a long-term hold situation versus your ability to navigate in the market quickly. And I want you guys, you're trained to navigate in the market quickly, true? Absolutely. With 100 rounds, you're built to do 30, 40, 50 trades a day, no problem, right? And get 40 out of the 50 or 45 out of the 50. So this is what I wanted to bring up as we're looking at the preceding. It's not just, well, if we fail, it's really the question here, if we reject off this preceding high, the issue is how much does this cost me in terms of time? I don't want to go sideways. Now, I'll just recommend if you are going sideways, where's that side account? Where are those side accounts to let you maybe take all of these? We're going to put them in the coffer, and you and I, guys, all of us, we start to really aggressively hit in if we do get some throwbacks. All right, so that's going to be our game plan. If these decide to do what these decide to do, we're going to table the discussion. We're going to bring up new accounts. We're going to be able to roll with any, because that to me is the biggest cost, guys. If it's just the time involved in going sideways for another let's say 3 weeks, 3 months, right, etc. It just costs through lost opportunity if we're not able to trade them. So let's do this. that's the plan on my map. Is if Bitcoin does reject off this 122, I'm going to be bringing some additional funds into different accounts. I'm going to put these in the coffer. You won't hear about them, and I'll just let them build up in terms of what does everyone have, a strategic treasury. It'll be just part of my strategic treasury, and maybe you want to make it from wherever you have it as part of your own strategic treasury along the way, and we don't have to have it front and center, guys. It just kind of clogs up the airways while we're trying to build into day trading. So, guys, round of applause that Bitcoin is killing it to the upside. We just want to see more of this money-making authority in the form of positive price action. This is London with MarketHedge. I appreciate you guys spending a lot of time with me, but for those of you who have the bigger positions and bigger profits, and you probably have a relationship with me, I'll tell you, you know who I'm talking to. And yes, this has been a good talk. We needed to have it. And yeah, maybe we start to look at some side accounts with some more agility in the market, and we go ahead and we line these out if we reject off that preceding all-time high. But let's let Bitcoin go, guys. We'll talk to you soon. This is London, and it was a pleasure to talk to you today. And check out MarketHedge.pro. You guys know that, but it's really, really sizzling soon. We've got our VIP rooms incoming. Everything is really, really looking nice in terms of the channel framework, and I'm going to be really excited to bring it to you guys in full form very, 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 very soon. Let me see if I can get into VIP. Where I've got like 5 accounts open here, so it may not like that. It probably doesn't like I've got 5 accounts open. There's that main page we're trying to get into. We're hoping to have this all squared away in the next, I'd say, just so you know, and I will allow people, I've decided I will allow people to get in and on board without doing KYC for MarketHedge. You'll still need to do it for BTCC, but you can show up and be whoever you want to be, however you want to be on MarketHedge. That's going to be one thing. If you guys need to be anonymous or whatnot, whatever you need to do, I want you to feel kind of safe and sound in terms of what you're looking towards doing, guys. There, I don't want it to be anything nefarious, but I do want it to be something really solid. So, just in terms of allowing you to feel at ease, if you need to feel at ease, we certainly don't want to encourage anything nefarious, and all the KYC, etc., will still be done by BTCC, and all of our trading here will be done in the background with BTCC. So look at that ramp up in price, very, very nice, and we'll have all this hopefully sizzling in the next couple of days, guys. Next week, it's just I added in live streaming, so we'll also be able to live stream in the project. This is London with MarketHedge. Take care, guys. Let's see what Bitcoin can do. That 135K incoming, we hope. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.